All right, another random thought that came to mind. So, oh man, there's, in my life at least, been a lot of loss associated with COVID. Um, the most impactful, obviously, were the deaths. Um, which, man, that was just wild. But I also lost a lot of clients. And a lot of that was, when I first felt sick and I knew I was screwed, I, I just knew it. And I reached out to the majority of my clients and were like, look, I'm going to be out of commission for a while. If you want a reference for a better mechanic, I can give you numbers to people that I know do good work, stuff like that. But with that, I did lose a large client base because it's been better part of 3 years now that I haven't been able to work like I used to. So, that always puts a bad taste in clients' mouths, and they're like, oh, well, are you... I mean, I've literally had clients be like, are you still working? Like, what's happened? What's going on? And yeah, it was just freaking COVID. So that was part of it. But then I was thinking about it a little bit more, and I was like, part of it was just me too. Like, if a client, I used to have the energy to deal with like an extra needy or complaining client, and I'd, just basically tough it out and be like, oh yeah, they're annoying, but it's funny. But a lot of it's been me too. Just going like, making basically the cost benefit analysis of these individuals that are needy, and like, anybody with the long COVID is going to tell you about the spoon theory and stuff, and like be wise about where you spend your energy. And that's something I picked up on really quickly, like not even reading the theory, but just by nature. I was like, I can't keep investing energy in these people that are just like draining. So if a client was one of those drainy type of people, I just kind of like, let it go. I mean, I don't have the energy to invest in your bitching and complaining and neediness. And, a lot of these people, they want a response immediately, and, they'll be up your ass. When's my stuff ready? When's my stuff ready? When's my stuff ready? And I'm like, bro, I'm working on it. Chill the fuck out. So it was, in a weird way, kind of, in some situations, my choice to not deal with these people anymore, because it just wasn't viable. It was too much. It was worsening a condition that was already bad. And at some level, I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, the good clients, and I have a lot of those, thankfully. But the good clients are like, oh, take your time, don't worry about it. I know you've been sick and blah, blah, blah. Kept them. Didn't have a problem with them at all. God, this thing will not get off here. Get off, stupid thing. But the good clients stuck around. But all those super needy, I need the car done now. When's it done? I'm sorry that I had to kick them to the side of the road. It was too much work. I'm not going to sit there and exacerbate my condition and worsen my situation over somebody that's just needy. I couldn't do it. So anyway, I lost a lot of people that way. And the same goes for like friends and friend groups and stuff. I'm kind of thinking about that too. And I was like, that's definitely a factor of that as well. Is like a lot of those like needy friends. I just had to be like, it's not like I X'd them out of like anger or, being mad at them or we had a problem. It was just like, you're just simply too much energy. I don't have it. Like, I don't have it to give, So my grandma used to say, you can't pour from an empty cup. And when you have long COVID, basically your cup is empty constantly, 24/7. And only the things that really, 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 really need to get done. Outside of that, it's not happening. So, the little, today's Saturday, whatever, Friday night, Saturday night hangouts that you used to do, not even thinking anything about it, those are gone. Those annoying clients, gone. And kind of the shitty part about it is that one of the toughest things with long COVID is that people talk about quite regularly is that it's a very lonely, isolating condition because, number one, the doctors basically are retarded and they don't believe it's a real thing. Oh, come on, man. At least most of them. So that's isolating and defeating in and of itself. And then you sit here and you tack on, okay, now I've lost all these clients because I had to, I had to basically resign for a very long time. And then you have the basic loss of like friendships and other relationships because it was just too much fucking work. So that did not help the feeling of isolation. And what I've noticed is not feeling isolated was absolutely key. And the people I've seen, doing well in recovery from all this are people that had a really strong network that believed them. Now that's the key point, believed them. I was watching a video the other day, this young lady, had to move back in with her parents. And parents had her back, And I can't, must be nice, bro. Must be nice. And then, I've heard other stories similarly, where people came in, they stepped in to help. And that, I can't even explain how fucking jealous I am of that. My girlfriend helps me a lot, but, there's only so much she can do, and eventually she's going to get tired too, right? So, I don't know, I just found myself sitting here thinking like, Jesus Christ, like, everything is so different now. And especially with the last video I made about the fucking pickles. It's like, I woke up and it's just like, all the people are gone, everything's different. And there's not a damn thing I could have done about it. None of this shit was my choice. None of it. Other than, letting go of some clients that are too damn needy. That was indeed my choice, and I think it was a correct choice. It was necessary because they were too much energy. I was not going to sit there and make my situation worse over somebody bitching and complaining about it's taking too long or this, that, and the other. No, I'm sorry. That's not worth my health. So that was my choice. And the lack of hanging out with people, partly my choice too. Like I said, if you're too much to handle, it's too much to handle at this point. It is what it is. And I don't know. I sit back and I look at the whole thing, and I can't shake the knowledge that I knew this was happening. Honestly, way before I even should. And calling out for help and not getting helped. I mean, that I don't know what that would have changed, how significantly it would have changed stuff, but I know it would have made a very huge, significant difference. And that's always something that I'm going to be fucking pissed off about. Like, when I cried out for help, I was left. And that's not me trying to fucking throw a pity party or anything like that, but it's, man, it still pisses me. It's going to piss me off till I'm dead, honestly. I will die pissed off about that situation. Because also, what we know about long COVID is stress exacerbates the symptoms as well. And what is it if it's not stressful to be isolated, cut off, dealing with money troubles? I mean, it's stress as high as stress can get. So those are just two things that, did not help. Did not help. And then I made a video the other day too, like, when you're trying to fix a problem, you fix it the right way. This problem was not fixed the right way by anybody other than myself. And it wasn't even fixed by myself, but it was mitigated. Because honestly, when I contacted my clients saying, hey, I'm going to be out of work for a while and stop dealing with, the basically energy vampire clients and friends and stuff, if I hadn't done that, I definitely would have been fucked by now, for sure. So I made the right decisions. I'm not discrediting myself on making the right decisions by any means. But it's just sad it had to go down like that, honestly. It's really sad. Anyway, I'll leave it there, but something to think about because, I guess why it bothered me is like, it just seemed like everybody's gone now. Well, they are. And half of that was my choice, and half of it was probably theirs, and half of it was, whatever. But, yeah, it's super strange, super, super strange.